What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. Welcome to Sunday Headlines or Father's Day stream. I am Cannon Hotep. I appreciate all you guys for joining me, guys. I appreciate it. If you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream. Let people know we live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. If you want to donate to the cause, $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. That's $ Cannon Hotep on Cash App. Super chats are always welcome. Rumble rants are always welcome. So although I'm streaming this from my backup channel over on YouTube, it looks like I'm probably going to start moving away from that platform. I've been suspended way too many times for nonsense over on YouTube, guys. I've been suspended way too many times over on YouTube for some nonsense. I'm just going to say it like that. And I'm tired of it. We got to parse our words. We got to fucking talk in code all of the time. It's a lot. It's a whole lot, man. And who wants to deal with that? I damn sure don't want to keep dealing with that bullshit. You know what I mean? So I think I'm gonna start pushing more here on Rumble. Rumble shows way more love. They put my I'm running from my backup channel, and YouTube ain't even put out a notification for me. Right? That channel ain't been struck down. Rumble, throw it out there. So start to look for more content from me over here on Rumble as I kind of transition away from YouTube. Anyway, happy Father's Day out there to all the real dads. Like I said before, you seen it in one of my rants. We the fathers who went out and got that gallon of milk and came back. We the fathers that went out for the cigarettes and came back. You know what I mean? We the real fathers out here. You know what I mean? So salute to all of the dads. It's a Strong Dad June. If you guys ain't seen the shirt, Strong Dad June. Never forget it. The Hoteps are coining the phrase Strong Dad June. We taking over June, guys. Forget all that Pride Month bullshit. Forget all of that shit. Strong Dad June. Post your pictures on Twitter. Post them on Instagram. Show that you're a real dad out here. You're taking care of your kids. And nothing says Happy Father's Day better than your teenage daughter texting you Happy Father's Day when she 8 feet away in her bedroom. Oh man, I wake up this morning and I see my phone go bling. I look, it's my daughter who's in the bedroom across the hallway. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Like what? But what do you expect from new teenagers? She's 14 years old. She's coming into her own. You know, never mind that I just paid, $200 to get her hair done and all that other stuff, and her Yeezys she likes to wear and her Jordans and all that other stuff that I pay for, What better way to say Happy Father's Day through a text? But hey, that's par for the course. My son, I don't know how he does it. He's able to sleep about 14 hours. I wish I knew how to do that. But he's still in the bed knocked out, which tells me he must have been up all night watching YouTube, Huggy Wuggy and Siren Head and all that other disturbing shit that he likes to watch. I got to keep an eye on him and what he watches on YouTube. But, he's got a good grasp on things, but he just likes the stuff. I don't know why my son like horror stuff. It's crazy. He's 9 years old. When I was 9, I wasn't into none of that shit, boy. He couldn't get me to go see a fucking horror movie. He wants to go see the Boogeyman movie. I said, nigga, you might as well call your Aunt Ashley. My sister love that shit. My sister love horror movies. My brother Kevin, he love horror movies. Be Uncle Kevin and Aunt Ashley, they take you. Daddy ain't taking you to see that. He wants to go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie when that drops today. Probably later on this evening, we're going to go see The Flash. He's really interested to see The Flash. He only wants to see The Flash for one reason. He wants to see Batman. So let him watch the 1989 version of Batman. He's pretty much into the 1989 version of Batman, and that's what I'm talking about. So he wants to go see Michael Keaton play Batman, and then I'm just chilling for the day. I'm gonna go see my dad. Maybe we get on the grill at his house for a little bit, and that's about it. But we don't get all of the fanfare that Mother's Day gets. Mother's Day, they get crabs, they get fucking dinners out at like fancy restaurants, roses and all sorts of gifts and stuff like that. Dads, we just like what Iron Man say. He said, enjoy your big piece of chicken today out here, fellas. That's what we get. We get the big piece of chicken, guys. We get to go to a cookout where we doing the cooking. We get to go to Father's Day cookouts where we doing the cooking. Oh, that's what's up, Jay. So you're doing a father. Happy Father's Day out there to you guys. Happy Father's Day, Jay, bro. Hope everything's going good. Hopefully your town's getting cleaned up from the bad weather you guys had. Oh man, Jay says they're doing a father-daughter ball here in town. That's what's up, man. Taking your daughter. But yeah, y'all, we don't get that fanfare that moms get. We don't get it at all. We get a kiss on the cheek, happy Father's Day, some socks, a t-shirt, and then they be like, let's have a cookout, and then you the one cooking at the cookout. Bruh, like, hey, it's par for the course, right? All the real dads out there, we don't do it for the recognition. We do it because that's what's supposed to be done. We do it because our children, our family, are our responsibility. We're not out here being good fathers just so we can get gifts on one day. You know what I mean? That doesn't constitute a dad. You know what I mean? Now, understand that. There's a difference between a father, even though it says Father's Day, in my opinion, I'll put it like that, and a dad, right? Your father is the person that, busting your mother and then got her pregnant, and biologically that's your lineage. A dad is much different. A dad is the guy that the kids can go to and get advice. The dad is the guy that the kids can go to and get financial help. The dad is the guy that the kids look up to as a role model, that the kids can depend on and count on. Like I said, financially, spiritually, emotionally. That's what a dad is. Anybody can be a father. Anybody can father children. But it takes a real man to be a dad. And like I said, Strong Dad June. This is day 18? Day 18? What's today's date, y'all? Day 18 of Strong Dad June. Like I said, we taking it over. We taking it over, guys. We taking it over. Strong Dad June. And like I said, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share this stream. Let people know we're live, guys. Let people know we're live. Anyway. So, guys, have y'all seen this, right? Where is it at? Here we go. Check this out. This is from Bearing Arms. Anti-gun group wants to arm every black man with an AR-15. Now, that stupid saying that people go off of, like, oh, if you arm all black citizens, then they'll do something about gun control, right? You know what I mean? Y'all heard that bullshit, right? So let's read on. This is from yesterday. If black people start buying guns, Republicans will start pushing gun control. That's what I'm talking. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life, right? And they say this because of the shit that happened. What's it, the Mulford Act that happened in California with the Black Panthers and Reagan and all that other stuff, right? if black people started buying guns, Republicans would start pushing gun control. How many times have you heard such a thing? Anti-gunners have said it for decades about everything from handguns to AR-15s. Moreover, they're still saying it. Despite an increasing number of black gun owners and still few gun rights supporters suddenly deciding that gun control is a good idea. Read no. Still infused. Read no. So basically, no real gun rights supporters think that shit's a good idea. But one anti-gun group has a galaxy-brained idea to change that. If you're a black guy or gal, you're going to love this one. Progressive activists concerned about gun violence are launching a campaign to dump the support they need to pass more restrictive gun laws. The group plans to purchase AR-15s for every single black American to scare Republicans into backing stricter regulations on firearms. Quote, "We've known for a long time that the racist Republicans are terrified at the thought of black men owning guns," said Shelby Harris, chief operating officer of Unpull the Trigger, a nonprofit anti-gun group. By making sure every black man has a rifle, we can finally get Republicans to support universal background checks, gun buybacks, and confiscations of assault weapons. Oh man. Dubbed the Scare the Racist Straight Initiative, this controversial proposal is intended to get Republican politicians and their conservative constituents on board with the effort to limit gun ownership as much as possible. Quote, "It's a really exciting project," said Tiffany Pettit. "When these racist rednecks see video after video of black men shooting assault weapons at the range and carrying them in public, they'll get on the phone immediately to tell their congressperson to support the gun control pronto." You know what? I support it. Give them a round of applause. Sorry guys, trying to get my water in today. I support it. I support it. Buy every black man out here in America AR-15. Do it. It's a fantastic idea. However, I don't think it's going to go the way this group thinks it's going to go. I don't think it's going to go the way this group really thinks it's going to go, guys. See, the thing is, black gun ownership has gone through the roof, especially since COVID. Right? I don't know about you, but every time I go to the range, because I live in a predominantly black area, I ain't the only person at the range with an AR-15. I'm not the exception. I'm not the exception. I'm a part of the rule. I'm a part of the status quo around here. Every time I go to the Gun Tree Club, or every time I go to Associated Gun Clubs in Maryland, every time I go to On Target or Cindy's Hot Shots around here, salute to all of those gun ranges, by the way. They're fantastic, or else I wouldn't go. Tons of black AR-15 firearms owners. Tons of black handgun owners. This group is making it seem like, oh, the only people that own AR-15s are the redneck gun-toting racists. I beg to differ on that. Hell, even if you want to throw in the fucking criminal element, motherfuckers around here got AR-15s and Dracos. Like what? If you arm every black man or give every black man an AR-15, the Republicans and the racists are going to push for gun control. I don't think it's going to go the way you think it's going to go. I think you guys are ignorant. I think you guys are intellectually lazy and dishonest. What's the name of this group again? Fuck, they say the name of this group was again? Unpull the Trigger. That's the name of the group. Unpull the Trigger. It's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. You be doing us a favor. You know what you'll be doing? You'll be helping underprivileged families in low-income neighborhoods, in neighborhoods they can't move out of. Defend their houses. Those so-called redneck areas. Let's unpack that. Let's unpack this so-called redneck area, right? Let's look at the Travis Rudolph trial, right? Travis Rudolph trial. That's a super liberal area, predominantly black. If I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had to fight for his life on trial for 10 days to prove that he was justified in a shooting where men came to kill him at his own house, where they had the evidence that the men came to kill him at his own house. Text messages conspiring to kill him from his ex-girlfriend and brother, and them showing up to carry out the task. Meanwhile, Sarasota, Florida, okay, which my understanding is not that liberal. A black corner store, a black convenience store clerk, life was threatened within the same manner as Travis Rudolph. He was at work. They threatened his life, told him to come outside and get his glasses blown off. He came from behind the counter with the gun, which a lot of us, when we reviewed that video, what did we say? Yo, he in trouble. He came from behind the counter and let shots go at the 5 assailants that was threatening his life. We like, oh shit, he going to jail. Lo and behold, the Sarasota sheriff was like, yeah, no, he was defending his life. Those guys were threatening him. We not pressing charges. Seems like Sarasota, Florida, like I said, the less liberal area, I'll say it like that, okay, was all for that man's right to defend himself how he saw fit with his firearm. Meanwhile, you got Palm Beach, Florida, liberal area, blue area of Florida, trying to literally take a man's livelihood from him for defending his life from people that they knew were criminals and knew were in the wrong. So like I said, this whole redneck bullshit, this whole Republican bullshit, it's going to backfire on you. But you know what? I'm all for it. Raise all of that money. Buy the AR-15s for all the black people. Hell, I'll even sign up to get one from you. I could use another. I could use another one, but it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. What you're doing is empowering the black community to defend themselves, which I'm all for. I'm 100% all for. But this also goes to show that people like this, groups like this, are a detriment to society. They're victims also because they fall for the propaganda. They fall for the gaslighting. Anybody ever heard of the Deacons for Defense? Anybody ever heard of the Deacons for Defense? Guess who armed the Deacons for Defense, guys? Guess who armed the Deacons for Defense? The NRA armed the Deacons for Defense. A lot of people don't know that. We covered this before. The Deacons for Defense armed the NRA armed the Deacons for Defense. There's another case in Chicago. A case where Otis McDonald went to the Supreme Court. Guess who supported that and backed that? Now I don't know what the NRA is today. The NRA today is milk toast and they need to get new leadership. I'm just saying it like that. Period. But back then, Otis McDonald couldn't have a gun in his own house. He had been robbed. He had been home invaded multiple times. But Chicago wouldn't let him have a gun in his house. The NRA went with him and interceded on his behalf and helped him win a court case, making it legal for all Chicago citizens, no matter what, as long as you get past the background check and stuff, to have firearms in their homes, which should be common sense. But given, it's Chicago. It's a liberal city. They talking about Republicans. They talking about Republicans. Their own people won't allow them to defend themselves. Let's look here in Maryland. Everybody was all happy. Oh, governor, we got a first black governor of Maryland, Wes Moore. Oh, he's so articulate, and he's a good-looking black man, and he's all this and that, and blah 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 blah. Right? Guess what he just did? He just signed into law it's been dubbed the Can't Carry Anywhere law. The Can't Carry Anywhere law. You know why we have a Can't Carry Anywhere law, people? Because he doesn't like the ruling that came down from the Supreme Court saying that everyone has the right to keep and bear arms, and it shall not be infringed. Governor Wes Moore. Oh, he's going to change Maryland. Yeah, he's going to change Maryland, all right. It's your own people hamstringing you from defending yourselves. By the way, the Can't Carry Anywhere law means that it would make it so that I can't carry nowhere but in my car and in my house. That's it. And like maybe out in the open street. That's it. If I want to go to a restaurant or a movie theater or a grocery store, it'll be illegal for me to carry my gun there if it has a no gun sign. And I could face up to 1 year in jail if I was caught. Coming from my own, what we call them skin folk. But they say all skin folk ain't kin folk though. But you guys was all happy. Y'all voted for Wes Moore. Y'all didn't want the Republican here in Maryland, even though we just had 8 years of a Republican who actually did pretty fucking great for the state. He might have been a bit of a rhino, but he did what he was supposed to do. He upheld a lot of constitutional laws. Now you got a guy that looked like you. You guys fell back on that fucking identity politics train. You fell back on that identity politics train. And now he about to restrict your rights. And I said this before. The minute the Supreme Court came down with that rule, you know how many black folks ran to the fucking FFLs and the gun classes to get their concealed carry? I know, because I had so many people calling me asking for my help. Can you help me fill out this paperwork? Can you tell me where to go? Who got the best class? Blah, 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 blah. You know how many people called me for that? That I know voted for this nigga? Now he about to make you a criminal if you take your gun to the grocery store. If you got your concealed carry and you live in Park Heights, or you live in the Walbrook Junction, you live off Pennsylvania Avenue, you live down the hill, off Martin Luther King, all those high crime areas, and you got your gun with you and you go into a store and you just so happen to get caught up, or you get caught carrying your gun, you could do 1 year in jail because you wanted to keep your gun on you to defend your life. Same thing in New York. All despite the Supreme Court's ruling. All despite the Supreme Court's ruling. But they supposed to have your best interests at heart. They want you to trust the police. At the same time, they tell you they want to defund the police because the police ain't doing nothing but hunting black folks. Ain't that what they tell us? But then they want the monopoly on power in the police's hands. And then you got groups like this, which I just read. What's it called? The Unpull the Trigger group, who they trying to sabotage the black community is what they want. Now, will it go that way? No, it won't. But they're trying to sabotage the black community. Let's give everybody guns so we can get gun laws passed. Let's give every black person a gun so they'll be forced to pass gun laws. So what you're saying is, right, you want to stoke the fears of people that black people are all criminals and that black people all have violent tendencies that will go out here and use the guns that you gave them to commit atrocities in order for gun laws to be passed. That's what it sounds like to me. All these guns behind me, they real. They shoot real bullets. But guess what? They all go back in the safe after the stream. They don't come out of the safe unless I take them out of the safe. I ain't never seen one of my guns going up the street by itself trying to go do some bullshit. It's just a tool. It's the person behind that tool that gives it purpose. It's the person behind the tool that gives it purpose. But see, the thing is, right? We can no longer sit here and think. I'm sorry, guys. My camera's just all crazy. We can't no longer sit and think, oh, they just don't know no better. They fucking know, bro. They fucking know. They know what they're doing. Moms Demand Action, they know what they're doing. They're not ignorant to the facts no more. They just don't want you to have guns. They don't want you to be able to defend yourself. They want the monopoly on power to be in the state's hands. But I tell you guys before, you take away the Second Amendment, the Constitution ain't nothing but some fucking toilet paper at that point. We see it happen time and time again. We saw it happen in Germany. We saw it happen in Russia. We saw it happen in China. Seen it happen in Venezuela not even that long ago. A disarmed society is a vulnerable society. Imagine if they took every gun away from every American citizen here in America. That's the only thing standing between having President Biden and fucking Chairman Biden or King Biden or Dictator Biden. That's what's standing in the way of all of that. The Second Amendment. Even Joseph Stalin said it. He said we could never attack the American mainland because there's a gun behind every blade of grass. That's what makes this country great. We're founded on violence because we had to fight away from a tyrannical government to become free. And our forefathers knew that even they could become tyrannical, or at some point the government that they were setting in place could become tyrannical. So what did they do? They put the Second Amendment in to the Bill of Rights, along with the fact that we have the right to abolish our government and start anew if need be. And be honest with you, this group, Unpull the Trigger, they don't even understand that they fulfilling Ida B. Wells' wishes. They're fulfilling Ida B. Wells' wishes. She said there should be a Winchester rifle above every fireplace in every black home. And she's right. She was right. But you have your own group like this group here plotting on your downfall. Plotting to disarm you. Plotting to take more of your rights away. Because all gun control is people control. That's all it is. All gun control is people control. That's it. Happy Father's Day. What's this? My man Jimmy Dawson in the building. Salute. Happy Father's Day. Hashtag Strong Man June. I hear that. We got Trouble Man 05 in the building. Says I need to go cop that Romeo and Juliet combo for my AR. I hear that, bro. I hear that. Go get that. Go get it. I hear that. Jay says I'm not with the horror stuff enough. Real horror out here disturbing enough. That's facts, bro. That's facts. What's going on? CCF Flows. What's going on? CC Flows. What's going on? Anyway, guys, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream, guys. Please share the stream. Let people know we're live, guys. Let's get these numbers up over here on Rumble. Let me see. All right, let's go back. Let's go to something else I was looking at. Let me see. Where is it? So apparently, Joe Rogan had RFK Jr. on his podcast. I haven't seen it. And apparently, RFK Jr. was going hard on the Yamin, right? He was going hard on the vacation, right? He was going hard on the vacation. So a doctor, apparently, allegedly, Professor Peter Hotez, MD, PhD. He goes, Joe, if you're serious about addressing vacations and the fact that 200,000 unvacation Americans needlessly perished during our awful Delta, blah, 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 the base, including 40,000 in our state of Texas because they fell victims to vacation disinformation, I want to have that discussion. Right? So Joe was like, all right. He said, again, because this was in response to the podcast he had with RFK. Joe says, again, are you going to, again, I'm going to ask you very clearly, are you willing to debate Robert Kennedy Jr. on my podcast? Let's click on this real quick, guys. I want to see the entire. That's not it. Hold up. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Okay, so this is the beginning of the whole situation, right? It says Spotify has stopped even sort of trying to stem Joe Rogan's vacation misinformation. It's really true. Just awful. And from all the online attacks I'm receiving after this absurd podcast, it's clear many actually believe this nonsense, right? So Joe goes, Peter, if you claim what RFK Jr. is saying is misinformation, I'm offering you $100,000 to clarify your choice. I'm sorry, $100,000 to a charity of your choice if you're willing to debate him on my show with no time limit. Salute to Joe Rogan. And then it went on, and then this is basically like I just read. If you're serious about addressing the vacation, blah, 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 blah. Joe says, again, I'm going to ask you very clearly, are you willing to debate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. on my podcast? Not only that, I guess other people was willing to throw into the pot. Well, other people was willing to throw into the pot of this debate. Tim Pool saying, I will add 100,000 or 100K to Joe Rogan's debate offer. I think this brings the total to around 800K. Damn. 800K. And this guy's still dancing. He's still dancing, right? He's still dancing. Again, this guy's name is Professor Peter Hotez, MD, PhD. We're going to discuss this further, guys. We're going to discuss this further, but I'm going to say goodbye to YouTube over here. Again, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube right now, go into, in fact, let me do this now. Let me do this real quick. I'm still trying to build my backup channel over there, but I don't think I'm gonna build it. I think we're going straight. We're just going to be rolling with Rumble from now on, guys. I think it's going to be very rare where we use YouTube for anything now. Boom. So for the people over on YouTube, I just put the Rumble link in the chat. Hit that Rumble link, guys. Come hang out with us over there. Anyway, for YouTube, we holla at you. We go in the stream here.